Hey eBayers, it's Suzanne A. Wells. Thanks for coming back for another video. And I've got a fun one for you this time. 5 niche items to sell on eBay. This is actually a freebie from my premium content library. If you remember, this series is in the What to Sell section. And this is something I do every month. A video with 3 to 5 niche items that you may not be aware of have value on eBay. If you're not a member yet, the Premium Content Library now has 96 videos, over 30 hours of education, downloads, materials, and free tools for your business, along with unlimited email support. Anytime you have a question or a problem with your business, you just email me and I get back to you within 24 hours or less to help you with that issue. And the cost is just $20 a month. So here's a little bit of feedback from some folks that have left comments on this series, the niche items series, so you can pause the video and read these if you want. The underlying commonality of these comments is that people just don't know what they don't know. You don't realize how much you don't know until you start learning about it. So that is what I'm trying to address with everything I do: YouTube, the Premium Content Library, my courses, blogging in previous years. You just don't realize how much you don't know, how much stuff is out there that you can sell that you don't realize has value. So let's get into the video, and you can have 5 more items to add to your look for list. So let me go through what they are, and then I'm going to explain them a little bit more. So they are lug bags, Chubbys, Roberta roller rabbit, lag and look, which is a key word for clothing, and Pier 1 coffee mugs. So we are going to start with lug. Now I actually found one of these and listed it in my other store, and it sold within a couple of days. And basically this is luggage, mostly soft-sided luggage and bags that was created by Amy and Jason Richter in 2005. And they were either on Oprah or there it is. They're on Oprah as one of her favorite things, or the O list back in 2006. So that's kind of how they got their start. And so they have a whole variety of travel bags, whether it's backpacks, crossbody, diaper bags, all of that. So let's take a look at retail prices for this stuff and what it is. Now the one I found was a crossbody bag, and it was $3 and I sold it for $35. So I was like, yeah, people might want to know about this. So if we go to sort by price, high to low, you can get an idea of the retail value of these things. So right in line with what good luggage would cost, $200 plus for a wheelie. And then you've got duffel bags, over $100, carry-ons, backpacks, still over $100. So, pretty affordable if you're a traveler and you're investing in a nice bag. It's not anything like, Hartman luggage that's vintage and are several $100s. It's affordable. So if we go over to eBay and look at completed listings, now I've got new as well as used included here because I feel like you could run across new ones. It's a relatively new brand. The one I found was new with tags, and it retailed for like $89. And I sold it for $35 in just a few days. So I feel like if I could find a new one, you might be able to, either thrift stores, garage sales, estate sales, that kind of thing. So you can see some of them are selling for over $100. This Weekender went for $72. That was used. There's a new one there that went for $86. Let's see what else. Here's a pre-owned carry-on, what's called puddle jumper, that went for $53. And you can very easily find these at Goodwill for less than $5. So let me just click on one of these and see if they have a picture of the label. So here it is on the zipper. It's just lowercase letters, L-U-G. Obviously that's short for luggage. And here it is again. A really nice, friendly, rounded logo that is easy to recognize now that you know. L-U-G stands for lug. Who knew, right? So put that one on your list. Now the next one is something my daughter stumbled on. She's really on top of keeping track of what people are posting on Instagram, and so it's kind of like you get two minds for the price of one here, because you get me and then you get Melanie, who looks at completely different things, and she keeps me in the loop. And so it's good to have a partner of a different generation, because some of the stuff I would never figure out on my own. I mean, as smart as y'all think I am, I learn from other people too. So they have all kinds of clothing. This is it's men's stuff. So what they're famous for is their stretch swim trunks, and it's called Chubbys. And these are kind of loud patterns, but look, $64.50 for a swimsuit, for a men's swimsuit, and apparently it's very comfortable and stretchy. And some of these patterns are just plain, but some of them are kind of fun, and it sort of reminds me of the loudmouth golf pants and shorts and clothing. They're just wild, crazy, loud kind of patterns, but you can see the prices here are pretty high. And again, I like things that you can spot immediately. You see, like if you saw this alligator print swim trunks, pink on the men's shorts rack, you would know to go to look at that and look further. Yeah, it could be Walmart, but some of these brands, but that's what they're trying to do is have these loud, crazy colors and patterns that stand out. So let's look on eBay at what these sell for, and I tried to filter out lots because there are some that are lots. But like this one went for $75, but best offer. So let's go to the original listing and take a look at that. Oh, I hate it when they do this. The listing you're looking for is no longer available. Well, but that's okay. I still want to see it. So here is the label, Chubbys, purveyors of fine sportswear. This label reminds me a lot of the font of Vineyard Vines. So it's along the same lines as that brand, just fun, whimsical, colorful stuff. And let's go back here and look at some more. And here's another interesting pair with an Aztec type print on it. Okay, stop showing me ones you want me to buy, because I'm not going to do that. So like this one here, Chubby swim trunks, medium, 48 bids on this, okay? Just for this pair of swim trunks. They started it at $1 and it went all the way up to $65. So if you are ambitious and want to do auctions, go for it. And the label on this one looks a little different. It's got the American flag logo because they are made in the USA. Now, let me just say a couple things about this listing. No colors in the title. They could have put Aztec print. If it was the stretch one, they could have put that in the title. But obviously, they did pretty well selling it for $65 without my help. So I'm not going to say anything else about that. Okay, the next one is called Roberta Roller Rabbit. And this is a brand, it's a boutique brand, but I wanted to share with you our story about how this came to be, because they started off making kurtas, 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 which are the Indian ladies and men wear them. It's like a tunic. So Roller Rabbit was inspired by a fable of a magical rabbit that founder Roberta Fryman found on a piece of discarded fabric in India. Launched in 2003 with a collection of colorful hand block printed kurtas, the relaxed resort inspired line has evolved into a lifestyle brand offering a plethora of products which include clothing for men, women, and children, as well as accessories and home furnishings. And go down here to our story. Roberta Roller Rabbit began with a scrap of fabric found in India. It featured the scribbled tail of a magical rabbit dashed across a piece of discarded cotton. There was something so enchanting about its handmade nature and playful print, something that caught the eye of Roberta Fryman, who spun that spark of inspiration into a well-loved global lifestyle brand. So it's what you call a lifestyle brand, and they started back in 2003. So let me just show you a few of these items and what the retail prices are, because that's what I always like to look at is what does this cost brand new compared to what can you get for it on eBay used. So we've got prices all the way up to $195 for what's called the guy shirt, and like this top here is $195. More guy shirts, and then we get into the really cute tasseled colorful print items. I found one of these recently and looked it up thinking it was Anthropology, but it's an entirely separate brand. So I thought I would share that with you because whenever I find these that are priced really high and they're what's called a niche brand, that's worth other people knowing. So if we go to eBay and looking at completeds here, only 685 completeds, and these are all of them, not just used, because I wanted to show you that it's just not oversaturated. There's just not that many of them out there because maybe people don't know what this brand is or they're just not finding it. So you can see if we look through here, let me find some of the new ones sell for over $100 sometimes. And I don't want to sort these out because I want to show you. Like this one is pre-owned. It's sold for $120 down here, the pre-owned one. That one's new. Brand new. There's another pre-owned that went for $89. The camel tunic cover up. So just showing you that some of the used ones can sell for as much as the new ones, and that's a great thing to know. Here's another pre-owned that went for $89, and let's just take a look at this to show you what the label looks like, if they have a picture of it. Yes, they do. Well, if it'll let me, there we go. See there, it's just the words Roberta Roller Rabbit, and then it's got this funky little drawing, I guess, of a rabbit. Just kind of some squiggly lines. So, like I said, I thought it was Anthropology, but it wasn't. It was its own brand. So that's one to remember also. Now let's talk about Lagenlook. This is actually a keyword to describe clothing, and it's a German word that means layering look. That's all it is. It's not a brand. It's not a type of garment. It's a style. Just like you'd have grunge or preppy or those kind of words, Lagenlook is a style. So if we go to eBay and look up Lagenlook in the completeds, you can see there are over 38,000 listings that have that keyword, so that are completed. Now that tells me that not only are buyers putting it on their listings, but sellers are searching for it and finding it because we've got so many listings with that keyword on it. So you can do a little bit more research on your own about what this is, but it's the loose fitting. Some Eileen Fisher pieces would be lag and look. Chico's definitely. This is a great example right here. If it will take us to the right one. Yeah, it's just a longer layering piece, loosely fitting. Um, you know, I would say sometimes more for the mature lady over 50. You'll see a lot of that. Eileen Fisher is a perfect example because all of their stuff is sort of flowy, loose fitting. Chico's and Eileen Fisher definitely, but you want to use that word correctly. You don't just want to put it on all your listings, but you may want to go through anything you have that would be, yeah, see, these dresses are lag and look. I wouldn't, that's not what this is. That's keyword misuse right there. This type of sweater here, so it's a layering piece, open front cardigan. These balloon pants or palazzo pants would be a good example. These loose fit dresses where you would maybe wear leggings underneath them and then maybe a cardigan over the dress. So they're layering pieces, and you can do a little bit more research on that if you've never heard that word. But that's what lag and look is. It just means layered look, and people in the fashion world are using that. Okay, last thing for this 5 new items for you, and this one may not be, are Pier 1 mugs. Now you might not think that's something to worry with. Why, who cares about a crappy Pier 1 mug? Because they're not real expensive new. So if I'm on Pier 1 here and you see mugs and they're like 25, 30 bucks for all these different sets. Of mugs, so no big deal. However, where you get into making the money on them are the retired or discontinued patterns that people cannot find replacements for anymore, because Pier 1 does not carry everything all the time forever. So just like the kid who bought the IKEA mug for me for his grandma because they couldn't find it anymore, people are doing that with these Pier 1 mugs. And I stumbled across this a couple of weeks ago. I found this mug that just was really cool looking, and it's not listed yet, but it will be in a few minutes. And it sold for $36. And I thought, why would someone pay that much for a Pier 1 mug? That's not like a great brand. It's not Starbucks, it's not Otagiri, it's not, vintage anything. I hate this new system eBay has. But like this one here, Pier 1 cabbage mug. Now this is a set of 4, but it's still sold for $61. So if you're getting mugs at thrift stores, garage sales, whatever, for less than $1, then this would be a great flip if you're okay to ship them. That's the only thing about sets of mugs, is they are kind of a pain to ship. The one I found was kind of like this one here with the red, and I need to find the name on it. But like here's one right here, this Mandarin style. Pier 1 imports Mandarin 14-ounce mug, cobalt blue, and they have 3 available. They've sold one for $45, so it still has the sticker on the bottom, and it has the pattern name, which is Mandarin. So this exact one would be one to look for, but the point of this is for you to open your mind to not just the Starbucks City mugs, not just Otagiri mugs, or the NG crazy like animal orgy mugs, those other ones that I've talked about, or the vintage Fire King mugs. Some of this Pier 1 stuff would be a good flip, and who knew? There's this one again, Mandarin Cobalt Blue, sold for $44. Here's one. This was a set of 4 that sold for $52. If you're lucky enough to find the stackable with the holder there, that sold for $33. This is the kind of stuff you'd see at a garage sale that people are clueless is worth anything. So I'd love to hear if you've even thought of this, if you've come across any of these Pier 1 mugs that are good money makers. I'm going to get mine listed Okay, give me 24 hours. I'm going to get mine listed soon and see what happens there. But I guarantee there's people out there looking for replacements or additional cups, mugs for their collection for when they have company or family dinners or whatever it is. So this one just blew me away. I could not believe Pier 1 stuff could be so valuable. And I laugh because my older sister and I, when we first got married, I got married in 1988, she got married in 1987. And a lot of the stuff in our houses was what we called crappy Pier 1 stuff because we didn't have a lot of money to set up our homes, and we both got married and went straight into a house. And so, we're trying to decorate and add some flair to our homes, but on a budget. So, one time my son broke a plate at her house, and she said, "Oh, it's just a crappy Pier 1 plate." So I have kind of a mental block for Pier 1, but I'm getting over it now that I see these mugs. So again, the list is lug bags, Chubbys shorts and swimwear for men, Roberta roller rabbit clothing for women, lag and look as a keyword in your clothing titles. And you could really go back now and just go through your listings and add that if it applies. Just do a bulk edit on anything that it would apply to and rework those titles. And then Pier 1 mugs. And you can find this series in the premium content library. Come on over, give it a try, watch this series and all the other stuff that's in there. And I will see you on the inside. Have a profitable and productive day on eBay. Bye.